Okay, I've cleaned the sump and stuff, and I've been running it a while, and there's no oil from the sump area. The oil is coming from the top and running down the side here, seeping down from the oil filter side. I'm busy with that job now in a moment. These guys, they sealed the oil plug here with silicone. I don't know why they done that. But once I've got this all off here now, I'm going to spray it all nice and clean with my high pressure paraffin gun in a with compressed air. I cleaned the sump area off because I was full of oil and stuff, and I ran it to see where is the oil coming from. So as a runner, she's dripping down from over here at the back here onto the exhaust over here, and she's smoking, and then she's blowing through to here. She comes down there and she runs around onto the sump, and then she messes up on the sump and drips at the back there. So I'm going to just sort out that oil leak, spray all nice and clean with paraffin, and then I'll make another video on it. Still today, need to get it all nice and pressure cleaned at the side, because once all these covers and stuff is on the Peugeot, you can't get in to clean up at the back here, because there's covers covering everything over here. All the covers cover the manifold, the catalytic box over here, the cat box, and unfortunately you got to strip all the covers off to get to the problem. As you can see, that oil filter section goes right in behind the covers, so I can't even get to the bolts. To get to those bolts, I have to strip it off, because the bolts are sitting right in behind here, behind this cover, and this cover is part of all this manifold over here. So I've got to take it all off to get in there, so I can get those hold of these back bolts here to get this filter off, so I can fix up the leak at the back of the filter, because she's wet at the back down. All the oil is dripping at the back down, and I try and get my fingers in here, but I can't get my fingers in there. It's all wet at the back there, and dirty, full of sand and dirt and stuff. So I'll have to do that now. And then also, it seems wettish over here as well, but I'm going to clean that off once I got that off sorted and have a look. But it doesn't seem like it's dripping from the top here, because this filter and stuff would have been full of oil over here if it was dripping from the top. It's just underneath this filter down to the bottom that she's very wet and seeping. So let me clean it up, let me sort the filter out and have a look at what else, where else she's got leaks. But the main one is all over here by this filter at the back down here. So I can't get to the back because this cover is stopping my fingers of getting in there, because she runs in behind this cover. As you can see, she's in right in behind this cover there. My finger goes in, and then she goes down to the bottom, around behind the cover, down. And I cannot get in there with the exhaust and the covers in the way, so I have to take it off. Let me go to the bottom again. So yeah, she's coming down here, running down here. I dry the drips, dripping up already. You can see how wet the sand and dirt is on her. She's even onto this sensor here. So I can't get in too nice. You'll see at the back here, in over there, how wet she's over there. See, my fingers are wet, and it's coming down from the top here. Look how wet it is. So it's running down onto the area of the sump, running down this way, dripping down here onto this manifold over here, from over there. So yeah, I can't, look at that. I don't know if you can see it so nice, how wet the oil is on my finger there. So unfortunately I have to go in. I'm just trying to look at my fingers. It's all wet with oil and sand. So it's coming from the top there, dripping onto the manifold here, coming off here, dripping onto here, running around the sump there, and going down. This all here is coming from here, around here, this way around. You can see how dirty of it is, if it is full of sand and oil mixture. So unfortunately I have to take that off to get it all cleaned up. Then I'll spray everything clean while I've got it all open, and then take her for a run and see if she's still leaking oil, because this whole sump on the side was full of oil, especially this corner over here. Now if it was leaking from the gearbox, she would have been full of oil dripping out the seam over here. And I put my fingers in over there, but it's nothing inside there. So if the back seal is leaking, a person won't know, but it doesn't seem like it, because then the oil won't be dripping over there on the exhaust. Oil will be dripping over here on the seam over here. If the gearbox is leaking, she'll be dripping here, but not down there onto the manifold over here and down. The sump seems to be sealed up okay, that looks fine, but let me see what I find when I've got that manifold off. Thank you, thumbs up, and please subscribe. Thank you very much.